If you want to find good performance in the second half of the year, you got to look to some of the ETFs that track some of the smaller overseas, or even bigger overseas markets. You've got Latin America that has done well, specifically Brazil. Look at that, the EWZ up 22.5% just in the second half of the year. The Wisdom Tree Japan Hedged ETF, that's a mouthful, up 17%. And the overall Latin America ETF, the ILF, is up 16%. Can you still continue to make money? Welcome to Trading Nation. We've got Boris Schlossberg and Matt Maley are your guests. Boris, I'll start with you. I mean, they've done well. Do you continue to expect them to do so?
Yeah, I'll actually add another name to the list that I think is going to do well going forward, which is Europe. I think you're probably going to see much better performance out of Europe than you will out of the U.S., primarily because of the stronger dollar. One of the big benefits you're talking about, the reason why some of these countries have done so well is because they've had great exchange rate depreciation, which has helped a lot of their exports. And I think in Europe, you're getting the same kind of situation where the export-driven Germany and France are starting to really pick up some steam. And I think on a relative basis, you're actually going to get some better performance out of there. So it's going to be the trade for 2017.
Do you think that Europe will outperform maybe some of the Latin American markets that have done so well?
I don't know if we're going to outperform a lot of the American markets, but I think if you trade Europe against U.S., in other words, let's just take a very simple trade of getting long DAX and getting short Dow Jones as a pairs trade for 2017, I think that could be a very interesting trade because I think the growth is going to be there rather than a Dow Jones.
Okay, so Matt Maley, do you agree or disagree with anything that Boris has said, and what is your view on some of these ETFs? Still money to be made?
I totally agree with Boris. We have, not only has the, as he mentioned, the euro's been weak, the yen has been weak. That's going to make them more competitive, and some of these multinational companies and these individual countries should do quite well. And on a technical basis, I mean, if you look at the Nikkei, it made a nice double bottom, just below 15,000. Has made a series of higher highs and higher lows since then. If it can break above 18,000, that's going to be positive. And the same thing with the Euro Stocks index. That made a double bottom. And again, same type of thing. It hasn't rallied quite as much, but the potential is certainly there. And so those are the two I'd really, really focus on, those two countries. And one of the things that we have to note, not only at the end of the year, the last 2 months of the year, but also at the beginning of a new year, performance fear is a very important factor. And as people, whether they're behind, even if they're well ahead of their bogeys, they've got to be in the market to stay ahead. And that's the same thing at the beginning of the year. They don't want to fall behind. So if these markets start to break out, and they're very close to some key resistance levels, the money, it's going to attract a lot of money from institutional investors from all over the world, and that can really get them to run.
That is a great point. Momentum at the beginning of the year really adds on to performance, and I think Matt is absolutely right, that we could have a really great performance going that way.
Yeah, and I want to just remind viewers of a Power Lunch or Trading Nation that some people may have talked up the potential for a Brazilian run, maybe like 12 months ago or so. Who knows? Boris and Matt, thank you both very much. Do appreciate that, watching all of these markets. And thank you for watching us. We'll see you next time.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.